My name is Jessica Ashley, and I'm the owner and CEO of JC and Ashley Counseling, LLC. What first sparked my interest in helping others through therapy is the absolute need for it. Empathetic and towards helping others, ensuring that everyone understands that they matter, no matter where they come from, their socioeconomic status. Every single person matters, and that's always been an interest of mine. For some reason, individuals sort of tend to gravitate towards me, and I think I'm supposed to, and I have been obligated to, in sort of a spiritual way, to help individuals understand that they have a purpose. The services that JC and Ashley Counseling currently offers are mobile response services. Mobile response entails individuals who are experiencing acute psychiatric crisis. They call 988, which is the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. If our staff is in the area, we're dispatched out directly to them to assist them in de-escalating whatever their needs are. We also offer community stabilization, which is a bridging the gap type service. This service helps individuals by linking them to services that they may need, such as outpatient therapy, mental health skill building, vocational skills. Whatever it is that they need, that service intends to bridge the gap for it. Most recently, we've been licensed to provide mental health skill building services. This service is intended to help individuals manage their mental health symptoms, assist them with independent living skills, budgeting, anything that they need that will assist them with maintaining their life and minimizing the mental health symptoms that they're experiencing. So I decided to take a leap and form my own mental health agency because I saw that there was not only a need for individuals to really obtain and receive the best mental health services, but also for an opportunity for the employees to feel as if they matter. I have worked for other mental health agencies in the past, and there is sometimes and often a turnover rate. You experience a bit of burnout. Sometimes the employers look at the bottom line and not so much of the individual that's providing the service. So I do take it not for granted that, a crisis could occur to anyone, no matter their socioeconomic status, their educational level of attainment. It could be myself, it could be, my staff. So I ensure that the staff understand that they're just as important, and while they're providing to others, they also have to provide for themselves. So I took that leap because it was time for an agency to understand that we're just people helping people. Well, one of the niche I would say that I identified was there weren't very many providers that I was aware of that had an owner who was also providing services. So not only am I the owner, but I provide services just like my staff do. So I can understand, when they've had a long day, or when they were just ready for the shift to be over, or when you've experienced something that just wasn't planned for the day. And when you're providing mental health services to individuals that are community-based, these things will happen. So when the person who's at the top, quote unquote, understands what it's like to be in the field, who's still in the field and providing those services, the nature of the business is different. My approach to mental health treatment is always cognitive behavior approach. I do believe that everything starts and formulates with a thought. What you think will in turn affect the way that you behave, and how you behave affects the way in which you feel. So everything starts with changing the way in which we think. Oftentimes we aren't always challenged when we're experiencing negative thoughts or automatic thoughts or dysfunctional thinking. And these irrational thoughts and dysfunctional thinking can perpetuate distress. So when you have an individual who can challenge those thoughts and just get you to identify when you're even having irrational or negative thoughts, because they are so very common, and sometimes they are automatic. So that is my approach in all types of mental health services. First thing is to challenge the way that an individual is thinking, to in turn affect the behaviors and feelings. I give back to my community by ensuring that they understand that we're here. I don't stand behind the desk, although I am the owner. We're very prominent in the community. We try to give back as much as possible by providing different things that the community may need. I've identified some barriers that were in the community, such as toiletries. Although, we may take it for granted that we have toothpaste and we can get up and brush our teeth in the morning, or we have, the necessities, that's not the case for every person that we provide services to. It could be your neighbor that's in need. So we give back as much as possible by having different drives. We have toiletry drives. During the school year, we have backpack drives. Most recently, we've had a fresh produce drive, partnered with Browntown Farms, right here in the city of Lawrenceville in the community of Brunswick County. And anyone could just drive right up and get the items that they need and drive right off. And I make sure that I express to everyone to tell a friend. Every Thanksgiving, we have an annual Thanksgiving drive. This year, we plan on donating twice as many turkeys as we did last year. And just those small things, they make the world of difference. There were individuals that just came to us after the turkey drive last year and said, I don't even know how we were going to be able to provide our family with a Thanksgiving dinner had it not been for this turkey. So those things matter, and we intend to continue to give back as much as possible. My plans and goals for the future for JC and Ashley Counseling are to continue to provide the best mental health services as possible. We also plan to continue to build services, build them out so that we can become a holistic mental health provider. So you can, a one-stop shop sort of approach. Individuals can receive everything they need from one provider versus having to seek different services from several providers. So we want to start with what we have and continue to build on that. We also are looking towards growing into other states. There are needs for mental health services in other states as well. I've identified a few of them, Texas being one, and we plan on providing mental health services in Texas in the very near future. Outside of work, I do have two children, two daughters. One of my daughters is a sophomore at North Carolina A&T University. I'm very proud of her. She's also recently graduated from Dudley's Cosmetology School, so she's a licensed natural hair care specialist. Don't know how she decided to fit all that in, but she did, and I'm super proud of her. I also have a second grader who is super smart, and she's so sweet. And just the light of my life. So when I have a long day and I'm picking her up from school and she's just saying how her day was, it just reminds me of why I'm doing all of what it is that I do. I also love music. I find that music is therapeutic. I may turn a tune on right here in the office. I try to turn it down low so my staff, they aren't, disturbed by it, but I enjoy music. I enjoy singing, I enjoy church, I enjoy just being around my family. I find time to try to pull all of us together as much as possible, particularly on the holidays because I am very busy now. But I enjoy just spending time and being around my family as much as possible. My grandmother passed, so she wasn't able to see all of this coming to fruition, and so it's taught me so much in that life is short. My grandmother went into the hospital and never returned home. She went to a doctor's appointment actually, and I took her, and she never came back home. So it just reminds me of how short life is. She was a very sweet lady, very giving. She would give anyone literally the shirt off her back, and I'm very much like that in terms of helping as many people as possible, no matter who they are. And so I've learned from that to certainly not take life for granted, because you can be here this morning and gone this evening, ensuring that we treat others in the way that we would like to be treated, and making sure that each and every person understands that they matter. Historically, noteworthy. Well, I would absolutely say being featured in Marquise Who's Who is historic for me. It's noteworthy in that I never imagined that the business would exemplify to this level, to be a contributor in such a way is breathtaking. Sometimes I often pinch myself literally because I can't believe that it's happening to me. in my mind, doing what I'm supposed to do and doing what he's called me to do. So to see it unfold as it is notable, and I don't take it for granted at all. I have benefited from the services and the products that Marquise Who's Who offers, in that, you know, it's pushed me to do things in terms of professionalism that I would not have done had it not been for Marquise Who's Who. This video shoot within itself is not something that I've ever done before, or something that I even imagine that I would do, or that I'm capable of doing. I am not shy per se, but I'm not one to get out in the forefront to speak about achievements or, you know, what I intend to do in the future. So it's pushed me to understand that, for one, I am worthy, that my business is not only just a business in terms of providing mental health services to others, but it is an exemplary mental health provider. We are exemplary mental health providers here at JC and Ashley Counseling. I've never imagined that I would be featured in Wall Street Journal. Didn't see those two things happening in a lifetime, not for myself, you know, at all. So it's pushed me, and it's taught me that I am important enough to do all of these things that he has for me to do, and capable of doing the things that he's called me to do. Being a marquee listee means everything to me. It means that you can have fallen from grace and, you know, still be able to do exactly what it is that you're called to do. It means that you can be a single parent and you can still do all that it is that you're intended to do. It means that you can come from you know, a low socioeconomic status and still do all that it is that you are intended to do in this lifetime, if you truly believe in yourself and what it is that you offer.